Max Verstappen is back, your race winner at COTA for the sprint race. That is, of course. Obviously, Cookie couldn't make it today. What did you think about the race? She's a little quieter than Cookie. It's unfortunate.
Hey! Ho, daddy-o. I made it. Thank you for holding my hat for me.
Thank goodness. I didn't know how I was going to go get through this.
Hold on a second. Come here. There you go. Oh, there you go.
Oh man, I was a little worried. I was worried, but I know we're going to get into some F1.
I'm not going to say the airline I took, but there were a lot of delays.
How was the wedding? How was Hilton Head? You got to tell me about it.
That is so kind of you to ask. You could have just said, let's get into the show.
Well,
and you're like, how was the wedding? That is why we're buds. That right there is why we're buds. Well, look at that beautiful bride and groom. So that is Joey and Christine. Joey's a childhood friend, a little younger than me. Beautiful bride. Ignore the disgusting creature on the other side.
It's Cookie, look at him.
I was busting one down on the dance floor, a little heavy.
Here's how
you like it?
Dress up there. Not bad at all.
Look, I'm growling right there. Christine, the bride, and look at this bracelet. They gave me a bracelet. They gave you free drinks all weekend. It was insane.
Oh, wow.
I don't really drink, but it was still fun. She is a huge F1 fan.
Really?
Christine reminded me the day after her wedding, we're down in the hotel lobby, football's on, F1's about to start. I'm all nervous to tell everybody watching. I want to flip it over to F1. She comes down, Cookie, we're going to watch F1?
Oh, what a girl.
I know. And then once the bride speaks, everyone's got to listen. It's her weekend.
Yeah.
And so we watched F1. I watched it with the bride. It was fantastic. But yeah, Joey, Christine, her father Craig, unbelievably nice at Harbor Town in Hilton Head Island, if you know anything. Beautiful place. Want to appreciate. And just one quick shout out to Raph, my spirit animal.
Well, congratulations. What was their names again?
Joey,
congratulations, Joey and Christine.
Christine.
I remember Christine's name because she's the F1 fan, Joey, you better start watching, bud.
That's my clicker here.
Just keep watching this show. So,
let's move into the race.
The race.
Enough about me.
Lando, what does this move?
Lap 1.
Yeah.
Right off the rip. He's on the pole. What's he do when he's on the pole? Blocks his rival, Verstappen.
Max Verstappen, yeah. Verstappen basically forces him wide, leaving basically the door wide open.
Your Ferrari boys.
For the Ferraris.
Leclerc goes into first, Sainz into third, and that, I mean, you didn't know at the time, but that was about the race.
No, I
that
did.
move, that gift to Leclerc, kind of was the race.
Pretty much. I mean, and we'll get into that in a minute, but I prediction-wise?
Are you wanting me to pat you on the back? He's so humble. I need to tell you that this guy, he predicted the winner. He predicted
I predicted 4 things. 2 Ferraris on the podium, Verstappen. I took my guy, Norris, out, and I also put Liam Lawson getting into the top 10.
All jokes aside, you said Ferrari was going to do well.
Yeah.
They went 1, 2.
Yep.
You said Lawson was going to go from 19th to top 10. He went 19 to 9.
Yeah.
You said Haley Welch was not going to be waving the checkered flag. Fake news. That was correct. This guy's on one. You need to follow him for betting advice. I was also supposed to go Facebook Live.
You didn't.
I apologize. I did not. The wedding got dabular.
Okay. And I know what that means.
I never got my predictions in. I apologize. He's out there on the campsite doing his sweet little selfie video. Campfire in the background. Predicted it. You just go with him from now on.
Well, he texted me.
Until I get it right, then go with me.
I got a text message, 8 o'clock, and I'm going live soon. I'm going live soon. Didn't get another message till I think maybe after the race on Sunday.
It was the next day. He probably assumed I didn't even watch the race. I was in a rough way. Back to the race.
So notable things. I think lap 3, you got Lewis Hamilton.
There's our buddy sitting there in a pile of rocks.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, well, not funny. The George Russell, again, safety is always important. He went into the wall basically in the same corner during qualifying the day before, which gave Norris the pole.
Right.
But they're safe. Mercedes were the worst 2 cars, I think. Well, besides Kickstarter.
That was a solid indication that it was a pretty bad start when you're on lap 3 in your DNF. Right
And I give it to Toto Wolff. I got on 2 things. One, now Toto said he didn't blame the drivers. He basically said, I gave these 2 guys horrible cars. So
stepping up and saying, I apologize. You guys are in the vessel, and I didn't feed you a good vessel.
yeah, and going on lap 51, 52, basically coming to the end of the race, you got Mando, and Verstappen battling.
So now, Lando's already given up first. Leclerc is he's going to win it.
Yep.
But now he's got to get ahead of Max. We're still fighting for that 1-2 in the championship.
Yep. Lando wants to get a podium spot here.
We need to talk about this a lot in segment 2 because
we are getting into depth. On that in the next segment. Our Charles Leclerc,
he will never get that correct. He wins. I swear he was gifted it, but you got to do what you got to do the rest of the race. You said Ferrari had fast cars, so once he was in front, he's got clean air, and he just owned it.
The Ferraris had the best cars of the weekend. I could see it.
But I can't wait to debate that whole Max Lando thing with you because we have very different viewpoints on that.
Yeah, we do.
The whole thing was BS. So any other notables other than obviously in 8th place, the most handsome human being on earth? Did you know during the wedding, this is exactly what I wore. I wore this blazer with my Hulkenberg. Why would I not? I mean, who wants a shirt and tie when you can look this good? Anyhow, he did great. Finishes 8th. He's my boy.
Obviously, their upgrades made it, but I think
that's true.
Notable though,
they had the upgrades.
2 rookies, Franco,
Calapinto,
Lawson, who will be on Red Bull next year. But let's get into let's get into.
You told me that you thought there was a chance he'd be on Red Bull in a couple of weeks.
He definitely won't be there next week, but the week after. Quite possibly. I don't know.
Slow down. Your
next
predictions
year,
have been good.
Next year, for
predictions have been good. Let's just slow down.
In the next segment, let's break down for sure. Let's break down that Max and Lando
I'm down
predicament.
For it. We are back. We are back. Welcome back, USF1, and let's. We said we were going to get into the whole Max Lando.
Which we will.
We will. But before that, we were teasing a little bit last episode about what?
Trophies. Now, I want to say, I'm sad.
Why?
I
feel bad that he's sad.
Those trophies, I saw them live. I didn't see them live because I was there. I saw them live on TikTok.
You saw them TikTok live, which is better than being actually at the venue.
I saw a gentleman holding it, and and they looked awesome. I was excited. I could not wait.
I was making fun of them.
Why?
You were also making fun of them last show.
I was, but I wanted to see them.
We said they looked ridiculous. So what happened was they had to.
So at the very, very, very last second, because those were shown on qualifying day. So that might have been like during the race. They were scared about copyright. They had to scrap them and basically invent.
What would be your guess of what copyright they were infringed on? I said,
Mickey Mouse?
You said Daft Punk. I said Lego.
Yeah. Speaking of Lego, look at this guy here.
Oh, yeah. That's the gift I gave you last week.
Built my Lego. Yeah.
Oh, my God. He put it together already?
19 hours.
There's no way.
19
There's
hours.
no way. He definitely had a child help him with that.
I had tweezers to put stickers.
There's no way you did that yourself. But hey,
you can You can find anything on Google.
I think Lego probably is. Because if you look at the legs, I think it's a Lego copyright.
It's Mickey Mouse. If we get an update on it, I will let you know. But the travesty of this is the trophies that were given.
Okay. We're talking a lot about trophies, and this is ridiculous.
Yes.
Those were ridiculous. These are even more ridiculous.
Yeah.
What is the second and third place trophy there?
Yeah, so they found a tire, a kid's toy, and put a 2 and 3 on it and handed it to the guys. Carlos Sainz actually dropped his and starts rolling on the deck. He had to run and actually get it. He had to run after it so it didn't fall into the people.
A little mini tire.
Yeah.
And then the first place trophy looks like he ripped the Olympic torch off of something and stuck F1 on there. It's completely ridiculous.
What do we have in the back? And
Exactly.
that's what
I was
they
surprised
got.
it wasn't like a ball joint or something as a trope. Yeah.
I would be putting in something to. I want the Mickey Mouse carbon fiber sitting on top. Actually, you know what? Can you go back to the other picture?
Yeah, I can.
See how they're sitting on the tires?
Yeah.
They just ripped them off.
That's probably what they did. They ripped them off.
They just ripped the poor Mickey Mouse thing off and gave him the tires. Removed the first. That's just ridiculous. I'm sad, but that was true. We did not.
I got all these bracelets. I have way too many now. So I got the wedding one, and then he just gave me a Pirelli. I obviously picked the hard one.
I'm medium.
I'm a hard tire.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to do the soft ones.
No, I'm not.
Soft would be much more appropriate for you. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. The soft should probably go to the cameraman Boogie. But
Yes.
who would we give the wet one to? Never mind, we're not going to get into that. Getting into real stuff now. So we teased that we were going, you and I are feuding here.
Yeah.
Obviously, lap one, you had the big Lando slide that changed the race. Leclerc wins. But this, tons of drama late in the race. Max and Lando.
Yep.
Heavy rivalry feud going on right now. What do you see here, and what do you think it was?
I see two people going out of track limits.
Okay.
Okay. And Lando passing. So there was a penalty that George Russell got on Valtteri Bottas doing the same thing for pushing a person wide and out of track limits, which is what Max Verstappen did during this.
I'm making my disagreeing face if you didn't see there.
Okay.
Now, let's make this political.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying,
Yes.
but let me tell you why you're wrong. So, yes, they're both out of track limits, but look how far out of track limits Lando is. Max,
Well, he
he's
had to
barely
be.
there.
He had to be.
Okay. First of all, Max just knows the rules better. He's better. I know Lando's your boyfriend. I know Liam Lawson's slowly becoming your side piece.
Yeah.
But all Lando had to do was give the spot back right away.
Okay.
Just take your little, okay, I passed him out of track limits. It's like play to the whistle. Okay, just back up real quick. And then you have, how many laps? What do you have, 10 laps left?
No, I think
5
there's
laps
three.
left?
3 laps left. So I agree.
I watched
agree.
the whole race. With
I
the
agree
bride.
that-
I told you that.
The team probably should have done that.
Just
They told him.
concede
They told him not to.
I know.
Because of the
I
fact
know.
that they both went off track limits. Now I will give you this. I looked up the rule. Max is very, very smart because he knew going into that corner, as long as he was ahead, he can pretty much do whatever he wants. Now, I think it should be changed.
That's what I'm saying. He knew the rules.
But at the same time, the only problem that I have, he's a smart racer. The only problem I have is that they both went out of track limits.
And
Now,
something's-
if you push him out of track limits, but you stay in track limits, now I believe that you shouldn't be able to pass.
Okay.
But if you're both out of track limits, it doesn't matter. I mean, I will say, I don't want to talk too bad about McLaren, that he found out about with 1 lap left, and he's 4 seconds, which he's not going to be able to gain that extra second. But Oscar Piastri, who was right behind him, they told Oscar, hey, Max has a 5-second penalty. He was within that 5 seconds. Please slow down. So they did that right.
I get it.
Got the
I
points.
get Max is smart. He knew that. I get what you're saying, that other racers had done similar things and got penalized.
Yep.
Max did not. But I just think it was a communication issue. McLaren should have told Lando, give the spot back, race for the next 3 laps. See what we can do. They were way faster.
I agree.
They're faster vehicles.
No, I agree. And I looked at it both ways because I was like, just looking at the rules, I was like, Max knows him and is so smart that he knew what
he was going to do.
He knew what to do. And then the team basically told Norris not to. So it's not Norris's fault, but...
And Toto told...
and Toto asked, that's another thing about Toto. George got on the radio.
Tell some of the viewers who Toto is. Not everyone knows.
Toto is the team principal for Mercedes.
Mercedes team principal. So he's
Which I
communicating
love
with
his
Hamilton
name, by
and
the
Russell.
way. If you're Unite Toto...
I believe that he kisses the rains down in Africa. I'm pretty sure. But I think He was even saying after to Hamilton, right?
No, it was to George
Russell
Russell.
asked,
But
did Verstappen get a penalty there? And he said, no, I think F1 is biased.
they're biased towards Verstappen because he's the golden boy.
That's ridiculous. He's just smart. He's a good racer. We have our different opinions. Really quickly,
Yes.
You were talking about him in the last segment. You said he was going to do great. He's going to move up to Red Bull. He started 19th, ended 9th.
Yep.
What do you have to say about what I'm calling your current side piece potentially trumping and becoming your boyfriend over Lando?
So, and one other thing, he went out knowing that he was going to start in the back of the field in qualifying, and in Q1, he placed third. He was the third, and he basically was like, "Hey, Horner, this is what I can do in a V car."
Hey, look what I can.
And then he didn't go to Q2. He didn't even try for Q2 and Q3. But
Right.
the man's going to be at Red Bull, guaranteed. Mark my words. Rumor has it I didn't guarantee it. We don't know. I think so. Red Bull next year. We do have controversy. There was a little, we have controversy in the US F1 group right here.
We're not talking
Right
F1,
here.
We're talking in US F1. We have our
We
own
have
controversy that we're going to dig in right to start off the next segment.
Yes, because I'm sick of getting comments from you people on something that happened last week, and we're going to address it.
It's a
next.
fact check issue.
Welcome back to USF1. Where do you think that we're going next?
Let me see if there's a spoiler alert.
Mexican GP coming up. I'm
It's
excited.
not the Mexican GP. It is the Gran Premio de la Ciudad de Mexico.
Exactly what I read as well. So, Checo's home race.
So you think there's a chance he's not going to be terrible? It's his home track.
Huh?
All right. Let's get into
Let's get to the driver points.
let's get into the driver points.
So
Move
now,
my hat out of the way.
Verstappen being what he did this last race,
Yeah.
Lando needing points, Verstappen winning the sprint. I think it is, unless something happens in the next few races, I think Verstappen, like you said last week, I'll give you credit. I said 50-50. You said 99.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be hard. I don't want to say it's mathematically impossible, but I think it's going to be hard.
Your boyfriend is going to struggle to pass Max unless he has a DNF or some crazy thing. So, we're saying Max is up there. Constructors' Cup.
This is what I'm going to be watching.
Way more exciting.
Yes, this is what I'm going to be watching.
So, we knew McLaren passed a few weeks back. Red Bull sliding. Now Max is doing well, although their boy Checo is a reason they're sliding. But there's a chance he's going to do well.
In this next race, we'll see. I hope he does good for the
It's a home
for
course.
the home race.
He's got to do well. And then Ferrari with a dominant race.
If Perez does not do good in this race, Ferrari takes second place in the constructors.
I'm going to take you one
this
better.
week.
Ferrari is moving to number 2 after this week.
Yeah, didn't I just
Ferrari
say
is,
it?
you said if
Oh.
Checo doesn't do you
So they're
do
moving
well,
to number
if
2.
Then this,
Okay.
that. I'm saying this is going to happen.
I love it. I love it.
And then Haas. My boys passed RB.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty awesome. Do you think that's going to last?
So now with Liam Lawson, I don't know.
Well, Hulkenberg finished 8, Lawson 9.
If Hulkenberg, if they can finish in the points, because I tell you what, Liam Lawson has showed that he will finish in the points.
He's no Hulkenberg.
So we're just going to have to see. But I know you all been waiting.
The moment you've all been waiting for.
Conspiracy.
It's not a conspiracy.
Okay, it's
The
not a
guy's an
conspiracy.
idiot.
He's right here. So
He's not. He's a wonderful, loving man.
His name is Boogie. He's a producer. He's the man behind the camera.
Cameraman,
And what we're going to
everything.
talk about is going to be Boogie. Let's cut to
Roll
it right
that clip.
now.
Well, he raced last year when Daniel Ricciardo got injured.
Okay.
He did not. I thought he did.
Carlos Sainz, appendicitis.
Oh, look at him. He's
Boogie.
right there. So you saw
This is
the
our
clip.
producer. He's the man behind the scenes, but now he's in front of the scenes because he needs to apologize. So
You take that mic.
yeah.
So I need to apologize first off to the fans
Yes.
because I interrupted the show. because I thought Nikki was wrong.
Fact checker.
Turns out Nikki was right. But more importantly, I need to apologize to Behrman and Lawson because I confused the two of them while they're both very talented young drivers, and we will be talking about them for years and years to come. On this one occasion, I made one little mistake. First time ever making a mistake, and they won't let me live it down. Love you guys.
So
Oh, you gave me a little loopsie.
thank you, Boogie. He's our fact checker. It's not his fault.
He's honest.
I found it funny. He cut it, and I was like, "What?" I wanted to leave it in. He said to take it out.
And they got to meet the man and see.
Yeah. Now you got to see the producer, the
there's
man,
more
this
talent.
fella.
Than what's here. I mean, there's some more talent back there. I mean, the looks are not terrible. I like the glasses.
No, you can tell he's smart.
It's a good look. It's a good
see
look. I think this is when we say this guy and this guy are going to post some shorts right after qualifying.
We'll post a video. We'll post a video after qualifying.
Video and some shorts.
And some shorts.
Right after qualifying, just like we did, well, just like he did last week. And we'll give you the predictions and help you make wise betting decisions. But I would say follow him based on the slaughtering out of the park that you did.
Yes, I was going to say be there because if we go, if we continue to make these predictions that we have been, at least after qualifying, you could potentially win some money. Remember, 1-800-STOP-GAMBLING.
Don't be crazy.
So, but join us next week. Thanks for joining, or thanks for watching USF1.
Love ya.